Guys, welcome back to another episode of my daily sniping series. Let's get right into it. Comment day coming in from James J, who says, this dude is getting to level 50, does all the solos, and does a sniping series. This man is on the grind. That is true. I am on the grind. Like goal for this video, guys. Can we smash 75 likes? And finally, question of the day is going to be, answer this down below in the comment section. What cards do you prefer to snipe? Higher overall cards or lower overall cards? Do you want the big, crazy, kickback from going and getting a huge snipe? Or do you like to have consistent coins, like from consistently getting good snipes over and over again, instead of going for the, the big boy snipes? So, I have a question I want to answer for this video, and that's why the title is the question of the video. Nonetheless, though, this question is going to be, what cards should you snipe? And second question that someone commented was, what players should you have on your team? So first off, I'm going to answer the first question for this video real fast. What players should you have on your team? The answer to that question is pretty easy. Whatever cards you want. And what I mean by that is, if you're trying to go for a budget squad, you have to first determine what you're trying to do, okay? Are you going for a budget squad or expensive squad? This is an expensive squad. Now, if you're going for a budget squad, then you kind of have to break down depending on what you're looking for. For offensive linemen, if you're going for a budget squad, you want two guards that have really good run blocking. You want a center who can do kind of a mixture of both, and then you want your tackles to be really good pass blockers. Main reason why, obviously the blind side and of course your right side, you want to have amazing pass block when you're in the pocket, and of course your guards, you're going to be running up the middle if you have a bad team around, right up through where your guards are. Tight end wise, I would recommend getting one run blocker, one catching tight end. Wide receivers, I would try to get a tall guy, a fast guy, and a good possession guy. Quarterback, someone who can throw the ball accuracy, very short throw accuracy to mid throw accuracy, I would really go ahead and focus on. Fullback doesn't matter, halfback, anyone with speed. Defensively, at linebackers, anyone with good speed. Free safety and strong safety, I would go anyone with good speed. Cornerback, same concept, speed. And of course, defensive line, I would go with block shed. That's how I would build a squad, and that's the best players to have in your squad with that in mind. Now, let's go ahead and get right into the sniping part of this video. So, let's go ahead and get right into this. So, first off, last time we did a sniping series video yesterday, we sniped based on training. We're not going to snipe based on training today. Today, we're going to go ahead and snipe based on profit. We want to make coins from the sniping video, right? And that's what we're trying to do here. So first off, I'm going to start off with 80 to 81 overalls. And again, I like to go lower overalls because that's the best, in my opinion, that's the most consistent way to make coins sniping. It's by going to low overall cards and going by each one. Now, what I like to do in order to snipe is I like to go ahead and set it to 80 to 81 overall, and then after I go through all the teams, offense, defense, I'll go to 82 to 83, 84 to 85, and then back to 80 to 81. So we're going to start off right away with the 80 to 81 filter, and again, all we're doing here, and the beautiful thing about sniping is it's such a passive thing to do, is you can just go ahead and, again, go by each single team. And what you're trying to do here, guys, is you're trying to see, okay, what is a snipe? So, for example, if you look at this left guard right here, right? This right here, you could make coins going ahead and getting that card. Now, if I sell him for 9,800 coins, I'm going to lose 980 coins. Which, you do the math there, that's not going to really get me any profit, if any. It's going to be like 200 coins profit. So you have to be smart when it comes to that. And remember, there is a 10% tax on every card that, is up. Someone actually went ahead and bought this, and I guarantee they're going to put it back up for 9,800 coins. You can do those type of snipes, but that's 200 coins. It does add up eventually, but it definitely is not worth sniping those cards. So again, those cards, not worth sniping. What we want to see, though, is we want to see a profit margin, or I want to say 500 coins plus. So we want to be able to make 500 coins plus on any card we snipe or flip, and of course, make the coins doing that. So going through right here, again, no one good we're going to go for, so we're going to go ahead and go on to the next team. Now, depending when is the best time to snipe, that's the question today going to be right now. The best time to snipe is going to be during the day, during prime time hours. Now, that's going to be when everyone is either getting home from school, when everyone's getting home from work, whenever, a lot of people are going to be on, and that prime time hours are usually from 12 p.m. to around 5 or 6 p.m. That's usually prime time hours. That's when people are, you know, just getting home from school, they're getting on from work, they're just going on Xbox or PlayStation, and they're getting sniping done. Also, they're putting cards up on the block. Another great time to snipe is going to be at the... Sorry. Another great time to snipe is going to be in the... like whenever a limited time card comes out, whenever, you know, new packs come out, new cards come out in the game, that's a great time to snipe because of the fact that people are going to be throwing cards up for very, very cheap. You're able to go ahead and get a lot of good, okay, I missed that one. I was just going to buy them again and put them up for 7,800 coins and keep the process going. So there you go. 2 snipes right there that we actually missed the second one, but we got the first one, thankfully. But as I was saying, though, you know, anytime where people just open up ripping packs, and they might throw a card up on the auction block for incorrect price. So that's when you want to snipe, those times especially. So again, as I said, whenever new cards come out, whenever new packs come out, or second thing, if you just want a daily schedule, it's just going to be from 12 to 4 every single day. That's the prime time hours. Now, usually the best time to snipe is going to be out. My personal preference, and this is just based on me playing Madden a long time, is it's always been Thursday. I don't know why. I have no idea why that is the case. It's always Thursday. Always works out for me when it comes to sniping. I'm always able to go ahead and get the best snipes on Thursdays. I'm able to do the best on Thursdays overall, and it's just, it works out for me. Now, it might not work out for you. That's just, you know, what happens for me. Again, this is all just based on randomness of, I always get the best snipes on Thursdays, which today is a Thursday, so I already got almost 2 snipes right there in 6 minutes, so watch out for that. Nonetheless, though, as I was saying, though, again, that is the best time personally for me. Sorry about that, guys. My phone just made a noise. Alright, so next thing I want to talk about is going to be when to sell and when to, okay, I'll make a separate video on this actually, no, we'll talk about it in this video, but I might make a separate video later about this subject, just so people, like, you know, have a exact video to look at. But when to sell cards, when to buy cards. So, when to buy cards is always over the weekend. That's the best time to buy cards. That's when people are ripping packs and when people will go ahead and put cards up for very, very cheap. Again, over the weekend, in my opinion, is the best time to do it. But when it comes to, you know, when to sell cards, it's a complete opposite. You do not want to sell cards on the weekends. You want to sell them during the week. Usually how EA does stuff is they like to release limited time cards, limited time stuff, or a bunch of stuff on the weekends. Obviously, because kids are home from school, they're going to go ahead and spend money on the game, right? So that's when EA wants to release stuff. That's when people are ripping packs, people are selling cards, and that's when you do not want to be selling. You do not want to be in that group of people, everyone selling cards at the same time. The prices will be at the lowest possible point. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and buy cards at that time, sell them during the week when, you know, everyone else is not selling cards because people aren't ripping packs during the week. That's when you want to sell cards. So that's the premise there, is just go ahead and buy during the weekend, sell during the week. Now, there's a lot of different principles, again, when it comes to making coins in general, and it will come down to, of course, the principles of investing. Now, I have to say this right now, and I'm just going to come out and say this. Investing is the most dangerous thing to do in Madden, okay? It's very dangerous, and you could make millions upon millions of coins doing it, but you can lose so much too. For example, I have 2 examples now because last year was sad. Last year, a couple years ago, I invested in Elite badges. I've told this story a million times. I went from, I think it was like 300,000 coins all the way up to, and was that a snipe? Did I miss that? 81 Timmy Jones again. Yeah, actually, yeah, no. It was decent. It wasn't that bad. But I went from 600,000 coins to like 4 million coins by going ahead and sniping elite badges. I held on them, and I went ahead and I invested into them. And I was able to go ahead and make a lot of freaking coins back doing that. Now, of course, last year I invested into Richard Sherman, the most feared card, and I invested over 25 million into him. Well, they released a set into the game, making him very invaluable, and I went ahead and lost all my coins. I lost 15 million coins. I was left with 10 million. So, there's a good example. a good example of me investing into something that works out and I get millions upon millions of coins, and something where I'm in something and I end up losing a lot. So my main takeaway from that is one thing: never invest into something too much. And what I mean by that is never get over your head in an investment. In MUT, obviously in real life, but in MUT especially, right? So I had 200 Richard Shermans when I went ahead and invested into them. I know it's a lot, but that was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have invested that much, and I obviously messed up because they released a set which ended up fluffing me over. So again, when it comes down to it, is you have to be smart when it comes to stuff like that. And I almost bought this instantly thinking that I'm like, oh my god, 6,800, that's a great price. Nope, there's one for 75 and 75, so that is not a snipe. So as I was saying though, you have to be smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. You have to, don't risk anything that you're not, that you can't afford to lose, okay? So, for example, 25 million, I couldn't afford to lose 25 million. I lost 15 million, but same thing, you don't want to go ahead and do that. That's definitely not something that you want to go ahead and do at any given time. You never want to do that kind of stuff at any given time, because again, that's just not going to work out for you. You're going to lose in the end. So with that in mind, investing again can be a very, very safe thing depending on the quantities of what you're investing in. Now, next thing I want to talk about is going to be another investment I did, which is kind of related around a promo investment. So obviously the first investment was around just, I just stocked up for a long period of time. And then the second investment I want to talk about, and the second investment was around, power-up cards. Oh, I missed it. Okay. Dang it. I missed that snipe. But then the second one was around power-up cards. And of course, that went, that's a different type of promo. Now, those two, I would recommend the first two. Well, the first one was not really a risky risky investment. The second one was. The third one I want to talk about is not a risky investment at all. So what I did was, and this is a premise you can actually follow when it comes to, now we're going to go ahead and switch to 82 and 83s. And we're going to go ahead and switch back to offense for the Bears. All right, so the next one I want to talk about is going to be Greg Robinson. Now, if you don't know Greg Robinson, he's a left tackle for the Rams. Well, he was a bust. But nonetheless, that was another investment I did. I invested 800 into 800 Greg Robinsons at a price point of, I think it was 500 coins, right? Now, I personally knew that Greg Robinson would go back up in value because there was a set that was going to come back in the game and go ahead and give him value. Now, you can do the same premise, but with any single promo this year. And in any year in Madden, okay? So this is how the system works, okay? So whenever there's a promo that comes out, team of the week, whatever promo, right? What you want to go ahead and do in order to invest in any single promo is they're always all promo packs. So team of the week packs, I can't think of any promo. Football Outsiders packs, right? Whatever packs are out, there's always packs for a certain promo. Obviously, they do that so you can get the cards. Well, whenever that happens, there's always, the lowest overall cards that go into the set. So let's say a Team of the Week set. The lower overall cards that go into that set always go for nothing. Because everyone, pulls them, they put them up, and you sometimes will see them up for like 500 coins, right? They'll be so cheap because everyone is going ahead and pulling them and just throwing them up on the block. Now, this year might be a little bit different because of the fact that, of course, people are quick selling everything, but this actually might go ahead and go into your favor more than you actually think about. So let me go ahead and explain it this way. So, as I said, though, all these players are going for nothing during the weekend. The weekend is because everyone's pulling packs. Well, what happens to those cards during the week, the next week, when not everyone's pulling packs and the supply isn't as great? So, let's say, for example, this is the principles of supply and demand. If the supply is high and demand is low, then obviously the price will be very low. If the supply is low and the price is high, then the opposite will happen. It will be very, very expensive. Obviously, depending on, how many cards are pulled, we will see how much a price will go. Well, let's say we'll go ahead and, during the weekend, the supply is really high. The demand is kind of medium, not that bad, right? Now, the next week, we're now going to the next week, right? So we're going into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now, the supply is a lot lower because people have completed those sets, or maybe this year they're going to go ahead and quick sell cards. And you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll do this. I mean, it's about a 700 coin profit, and so I'll take that. I mean, yeah, I'll take that profit. I mean, it's not that much, but 700 coins is pretty much like considered a gold card, I guess you could say. It's how much I'll be getting back for this. So I'll take that again. Everything adds up. It just comes down to everything adding up, and if everything adds up, you can go ahead and make a pretty good deal back doing that. And I'm not going to go for that one. So as I was saying, though, so during the week, now the supply is not as plentiful because more people have completed the set and stuff has come. Obviously, the supply has gone down. Now, the demand is still at the same point it was, but the supply is dipping. So what happens to the price of whatever card it is, right? Logic would tell you it would go up. Because if the supply, which was plentiful during the weekend because everyone's pulling packs, is like this, and now it's like, okay, we'll kind of, not straight down, but a little bit like this, and then the demand now, of course, is saying the same. It's not going to go crazy up, the price, but of course it will go up a tad bit. And that tad bit of price adjustment that goes up, oh, actually, someone just, hang on. Someone just bought the oh, I missed it. Dang it. Someone just bought the 16K one, and I was going to buy that one and put it back up 17K, but someone beat me to it. Ah, dang it. Okay, good on them, good on them. And actually, that's actually a way to sell cards. Another way to sell cards we'll talk about in a separate video. But, yes, that's another way to sell cards. I'll cover that in a whole separate another sniping series. Maybe tomorrow. If you guys want to see that tomorrow, hit the like button. I'll cover that tomorrow. So, as I was saying, though, as the supply goes, obviously goes down a little bit and demand stays the same, those base cards, those really low overall cards, will go up a tad bit. And let's say, at the time for Greg Robinson, I invested, I want to say, probably into 800 Greg Robinsons, right? So if we go ahead and do the math there, I have 800 Greg Robinsons, and I bought them all for like around 500 coins, right? That is right there, 400,000 coins, right? And you're like, oh, that's a lot to invest. Okay, so Greg Robinson, I have 800, by the way, keep that in mind. This set came out the next week. Okay, now Greg Robinson is going for 1,200 coins. That's not that many coins. Well, I have 800 of him. So now we're talking about 960,000 coins. So I more than doubled my investment on a simple card that you might be like, oh, who cares? It just went up, 800 coins. It's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and subtract that. That is 560,000 coins I made on that investment. That's what you call a safe investment that obviously it could have been risk. I don't want to say 100% safe, but it was definitely a lot safer than the other investments, and it ended up working out in my favor greatly. So again, there's examples of risky, safe, and of course, risky, and then safe investment. So I will try my best. If I see an investment that is, smart to do, I will try my best to go ahead and share with you guys so you guys can try to make some coins too off the same investments. But what I want to say with that is that make sure you have that notification bell on and that, subscription button, but also make sure you have the notification bell. And I'm not trying to say that just because I want you to hit the notification bell. Obviously, I do. But I want to say that because the second I release a video on it, right? Think about theoretically everyone's going to do it, right? So whenever I give investment tips in Madden, I try my best to go ahead and make sure, key tip here, I make sure that I give you a limit not to buy past. So for example, if Darius Slay right now, or I know KIDZ is going to go up to 16K or 20K tonight, right? I would tell you, okay, do not buy him past this certain point. Do not buy him past 17K. Do not buy him past 16K. So if you're watching my videos and I'm talking about a really good investment tip, and when I say do not buy him past 17K, don't buy him past 17K. So even if you see him up for 19K and you're like, well, he could go up more, don't do it. Because obviously then you will go ahead and you have a risk of losing coins. So just keep that in mind whenever I do give investment tips. I try my best to always make sure I, am level with you guys and tell you what price point you do not want to go ahead and go past. And is that literally, hang on. I think, okay, so he's going to make a 200 coin profit on that card. So again, I mean, we have had some good snipes this video. Not as much as I would like to. I am sniping later in the day, though. A little bit later. I probably should have been starting sniping at 3 p.m., but had stuff going on in real life. So could not do that, sadly, or else we could have gotten a lot better snipes. But I hope you guys are understanding on how to snipe in this game and how easy it is. It's a very passive thing to do. It's not that difficult. It's really not. It's honestly very relaxing. Just go ahead and put on YouTube, put on Netflix, chill back, relax, and get your daily snipe on. No, but seriously, you literally just snipe, and it's not really that it's not that difficult to do, and it's very, you know, just it's not mind inducive. You don't have to really think about what you're doing. You're just going by each single card, going ahead and doing that, go by each single card again, bam, 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 just getting that done. No big deal. It's really a very easy process to do. That's why, again, anyone can snipe, guys. It's not that difficult. You can start with 10,000 coins and snipe your way up to 100,000. You could start with 100 million coins and snipe your way up to a couple million coins. It's just all comes down to getting lucky. Obviously, getting lucky, and you have to be very, very quick. You saw in this video, I missed like 4 or 5 snipes because I wasn't quick enough. So, you have to be very quick. The quicker you are, the better you have chances of getting that snipe. Now, another card, I was mentioning this one. The quick sell cards can be sniped. Obviously, if a card has a quick sell value of a crazy price, it's very rare. Very, very rare, but sometimes people will put up a quick sell value card of, you know, like Jordan Howard. They'll put him up for the original price of 38,000 coins, and obviously he quick sells for 80,000 coins. So there's always a chance of you going ahead and being able to, you know, snipe a Jordan Howard for 38,000 coins when he has a quick sell of 80,000 coins. So always make sure you look out for that. Whenever you're going through these cards, you know, if you see Jordan Howard up for 37,000 coins and you see that he has a quick sell value, you know, coins in his little picture thing, go ahead and buy that instantly. Go ahead and buy it, and if you want to, you can just quick sell it instantly and make around, you know, like what, 50,000 coins. So it's always about, you know, also keeping your eye on that stuff. But a lot of sniping is just going ahead, and it's very a passive game. It's just a passive going ahead and making coins by just buying a card, flipping it, selling it. And again, as I talked about in this video, it's not always just on the auction block. I mean, it's not always just going through these filters that I'm showing you right here. Sometimes it's really just breaking down the whole entire momentum, or breaking down the whole, you know, model of investing, but investing smartly, but not like a long-term investments. Again, as I said, I didn't really cover this, but there's short-term investments, mid-term, and long-term. Obviously, a long-term would be like the last year Richard Sherman or the Elite Badges. And, of course, Greg Robinson, as I told you guys about, would be a mid-term investment. A short-term investment would be Team of the Week cards, investing in certain Team of the Week cards and waiting for them to go ahead and go up in price or something like that. So, again, depending on what you want to do and how risky you want to be with your coins would depend on how much you can make back in return. As they say, you got to risk it for the biscuit. So with that in mind, you know, that's what sniping comes down to. The principles are, and I made a whole entire video about this too, but the principles are pretty much just flipping. It's just going ahead and buying for low, selling for high. Buy for low, sell for high. And whether that is through investing, whether that's through actually going ahead and doing exactly what I'm showing you right here, which is going by each filter, the principles never change no matter what Madden comes out, no matter what comes out in general. Now, again, you can snipe the higher overall cards. I'm not doing that in this video because you see I've gotten like 6, 7, 8 snipes in this video. Oh, probably like 6 snipes in this video. Probably missed out on like 5 of them. But, you know, like that, with that in mind, you know, there's so many ways. Like, it's not just one single way. But nonetheless, guys, again, this will be a daily sniping series, and I'm going to try my best to make these daily sniping videos actually a good amount of time. I don't want to make them very short and sweet. Obviously, back in the day, like last year, I did a series for like 600 days straight. And by the end of the series, I was just making like 3-minute long sniping series. And that's definitely unacceptable. I want to make these series as long as possible for you guys. So we can just, you know, I can give as many tips as possible to help you guys out in making coins. And help you guys out in, you know, having a better MUT experience in general. And I feel like, you know, I took like 6 months. So I did it for 600 days straight. And then I took 6 months off of my grind, like off of doing it every single day. And I did that for the main reason of I wanted to go ahead and make better content. And I was kind of like, you know, walking myself to death when it came to doing the sniping series every day, because my goal for the sniping series is to make it a 30-40 minute video every single day. And of course, this video will be more in that ballpark of that will already hit, you know, 25 minutes right now. So again, this is more in the ballpark of what I wanted to hit. But, you know, it all depends on how much you guys are liking it too. So if you do enjoy this video, let's go, baby. Let's go. That's actually a big boy one. That's a big boy one. So what was that? 28,250 divided by 0.9. We're going to be making around 4,000 coins on this one. Let's go, baby. That's a good one. And again, sometimes, every once in a while, you'll get big boys like this one. You'll get a big boy like this one. But the main premise I like to go after is just going to be the fact of consistent coins. Because, again, every once in a while, you'll get big boy snipes like this. And actually, you know, this one will sell, and mine will go ahead and sell after. So I'm just going to keep mine up the whole entire time, and then mine will eventually sell, because these cards do sell very, very quickly. Nonetheless, as I was saying, though, you know, you can go for the big boy snipes. It's not always that you have to go for the small ones. I like the idea of consistency, though. I'm a very consistent person. I like the idea of something's going to keep happening over and over again, and it's not as, you know, it's not based on as much luck as it is with the bigger boy snipes. Okay, I'm going to stop saying big boy snipes. That really sounds weird. But again, I don't want to rely on that or bank on that. I want to bank on the smaller ones. I want to bank on the consistency of being able to make 500 coins every 10 minutes or 500 coins every so often, so I can make as much coins as possible in these while I'm sniping. And again, as I said before, you have to keep in mind, this is the most important principle I could ever tell you guys. There's a 10% tax, meaning if you go ahead and buy a card for a certain price, you have to make sure that if you take 10% of that card, so let's say, you know, I'm going to give an example for this next card that comes up. Okay, the Jets don't have any elites because they suck. The Lions the Lions are a good team. The Lions aren't a good team, apparently. The Packers, I mean, come on, they had like a million guys. There we go. All right, so right here, for example, this Ted Hendricks, right? Which, what is that? So 28,000.9. That's a 200 coin snipe. That's not a snipe, okay? So, for example, let's say I was trying to go for this card as a snipe, right? So you have to go ahead and take this Ted Hendricks, right? And we want 10% of this price. A low-key tip to go ahead and get 10% of a price is go ahead and type in his price, 28,000, right? And now we're going to multiply it, not by 0.10, because 0.10 would give us how much we have to subtract, right? We don't want to do all that math, right? So we're going to go ahead and times it by 0.9, which of course is 10%. We just go ahead. Now we're going to get the number of what we would get back if we did go ahead and sell him at 28,000 coins. This is how much we would get back. So we see that first one that just sold for 25,000. That's not a snipe. We're going to make 200 coin profit on that. We're not going to waste our time on that certain card. For example, right here, of course, we have 49K and 44K. Now, if we take 49,000 coins and we times it by 0.9, we'll get 44,100. That's going to be a 100 coin snipe. That's not a snipe we're going after. So you have to keep this in mind when you are going ahead and sniping cards, that not everything is a snipe. Some things, I like to call them misguided snipes. And that comes down to the fact that sometimes you think it's a snipe because it looks like one, and it might smell like one. Okay, that's sounding wrong. Look like one, it smelled like one. It was like, I heard that before with some kind of like, if someone like is trying to scam you, it might look like a good deal, it smell like a good deal, but it's not a good deal. That's what I was trying to say. But nonetheless, though, that's sometimes you got to be very careful with that kind of stuff. So, for example, 34,500 times 0.9 is 31,050. I mean, that's not too bad of a snipe. I mean, not too bad of a profit. 800 coins. I might take that. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. It's 800 coin profit. I'll take that card. But again, you have to be very, very careful with kind of stuff. You do not want to go ahead and miss out or mess up here. And I forget what his price was. Oh, my short-term memory loss sucks. I think it's 38,000. Yeah, I think it was 38,000. Maybe. Probably. But nonetheless, though, again, that's what sniping comes down to. And again, we'll cover a lot more sniping tomorrow. We'll talk about how to oversell cards, how to do all kinds of awesome stuff in Madden to go ahead and make some more coins. And his card was 34,000 coins. Crap. What did I buy him for? 30,000? Yeah, so he's 34,000. I'm going to have to put him up for a little bit cheaper than that. I mean, again, I could oversell him, and he might sell, but that's just not what we're trying to do in this video. We're trying to show you guys how to get actual coins for sniping, and everything so far has sold for me. Everything has sold so far since we started this. So we actually made coins on every single thing we actually bought, which is actually pretty nice. So with them, I was going to sell them for 34,250, and that should be about, I would say, actually probably maybe 250 less than what we got. So that's like about 550 coin snipe, which it adds up. It does add up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It does add up. And yeah, so with that in mind, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you go ahead and slap that like button. I'm serious, guys. I want you to go ahead and slap that like button because I want you guys to tell me. You tell me down below in the comment section, but also tell me by hitting that like button that you enjoy this video. You want to see more long sniping series videos. You want to see sniping series videos in general. The daily sniping series, That Mug Gamer. You want to see it, and I will go ahead and continue doing it. I just need you guys to show support in this series. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.